What's up, everybody? This is Carl. I just wanted to answer your questions. I have been getting a ton of email, as you can see here, from a lot of you guys, and I'm like really stressed out about it because I want to answer you guys, but I can't answer everybody's questions. I just can't seem to keep up. I know that like this might not seem like a lot here, but like this is one of my three email accounts, and I get a ton from Facebook and from Twitter, and it's just too much for me to handle and like respond to right away. So what ends up happening is like I end up like, you know, forgetting about some of them. They end up in my like bad inbox. Obviously, I have a shitty inbox problem, which I could probably talk to Dion about. But yeah, I want to answer your questions, and I'm really sorry I haven't been able to. So I'm going to do it by video instead because it seems like most people have the same three questions. So let me switch over to this presentation and show it to you. All right, everybody. So here are the three most common questions I've been getting. And I just wanted to answer them for you. So the first most common question, and I think it's kind of a ridiculous question, is it really worth it? Like, was it really worth it for me to join the foundation? Obviously, it was worth it for me. If you've been following the story, you know that you know all the things that have changed for me and what I've been able to accomplish in the last year. And so, yeah, I learned a ton, and as I answer some more of these questions, I think the next couple questions I'll be telling you a little bit more about what I actually got out of the experience. But yeah, obviously it was worth it. I think what people really want to know when they ask this question probably isn't was it worth it to me? Is more they really want to know, is it going to be worth it to them? And what I'd say to that is, there's three things. Like, if you really know that you want to do this and you want to create a business and you're very serious about it, and if you've, maybe tried before and failed and you weren't able to get it done, and, you're willing to really work your ass off, like if you're really willing to put yourself out there, be open, and, try new things and just bust your ass to make it happen, then the foundation is definitely a good choice for you. If you're not really sure what you want or why, and you're not really like, you're not 100% committed, and you don't know that you really want it, then I'd say probably it's not the best thing for you. I think that most people fail because they don't want it bad enough, so I'd encourage only the people who really want it to sign up. But if that's you, then I think personally it's it's a good decision to sign up, and it was for me. So the next question is, what did I learn that I didn't already know? So a lot of you, I guess you guys know that I had a lot of software experience before, and that's true. That definitely helped me. However, I had things holding me back from getting me where I was. Like if I could have done this already, then why didn't I do it a few years ago? So I think that what I really got out of it. Number one was, and what did I learn? Number one, like thing for me was about mindset. I didn't really know much about that. I didn't really understand the importance. If you talked to me before the foundation started last year, I wasn't even interested in that. I was interested in the process, like, oh, I'm going to get this awesome process I can follow. And you get that. You get great content, and you'll get even better content this year because a lot of really smart people, including myself, sorry to give myself a little plug there, but like are working on that content really hard. And so, and the whole thing's taken to a next level. But so the content's going to be great, but really, to me, it's the least valuable thing out of the whole situation. Like the most valuable thing for me was mindset, because I didn't realize that I was the only thing getting in my way from from achieving what I wanted to. And once I was aware, like I learned to become aware of what those things were that were holding me back. So I learned how to kind of figure out what they are. And then I was able to go like fix them one by one. And once I did that, that's when really things started to take off for me. Next, I'd say is the community. So the community is amazing, and there's so many people in there that are so smart, and I've made friends that I'll have for a lifetime, and you can't put a price on that, to me. And you know, they also help me get to the next level. You know, they're all really smart, driven people who are capable and are all going to succeed. Or not everybody did, but like, you know, the people who are there that became my close friends, many of them, you know, they're awesome. And having that kind of people around you really elevates you to the next level too. So just, yeah, the friends I've met and that, and being around that community that really kind of pushes you. Yeah, there's also a competitive nature to it for me. Like, I'm kind of competitive, even though I'm so monotone and boring to listen to. Um, I, you know, I really liked to see what other people were able to accomplish, and I was inspired by that, and it made me want to be able to do it. I saw they could do it, I knew I could do it, so it made me like push myself even harder to be around that. So that really helped me a lot too. In terms of the content, like what did I learn? I wasn't a super savvy like marketer. I didn't have any of that background, and you know, I think what Dane and Andy do with that, in terms of that kind of content, is they've taken so many of these amazing, you know, experiences and books and boiled it down into something like the best stuff you need to know right now. And so I think that was really like, in terms of the content, like that really helps a lot. Um, but yeah, again, it's like in my opinion, it's the least important of the things that I got out of it. Um, okay, so we'll go on to the last question. Could I have done it on my own without the foundation? Yes, I believe I could have, but I think it would have taken a really, like, maybe a lot longer. I recently just got myself a new MacBook Pro, and I'm psyched about it. I love it. It's beautiful. And in order to like move over to that, I had to go through all my old files and wanted to clean things up. So I was looking back at things that I did over the last 2 years, and I saw there were probably 4 or 5 failed projects that didn't make it. And what shocked me even more was, you know, probably half of those projects were pretty dumb and, you know, just, you know, didn't have, you know, I wasn't really solving a real problem. And so they wouldn't have succeeded. I wasn't listening to customers. But the other half, actually, I kind of was. And I believe that if I would have followed through with them, I would have succeeded. And like that could have been a business I was working on right now rather than Clinic Metrics. And so that made me think about, like, why didn't that succeed and why didn't I continue with that? And I thought back and remembered that I just thought, you know, I think what stopped me was one of the ideas I particularly think could have succeeded. Um, I thought, you know, I took it to a certain point. I was actually pre-selling things, sort of. I wasn't taking money, but I had people signing up to buy them, and I could have very well delivered them to them. It was like stand-up desks that looked nice. I designed one that I thought looked really nice because I wasn't happy with the ones that were out there. I thought they were all ugly and kind of, you know, not cool to look at. So yeah, I think that business would have actually succeeded, because when I started posting ads with a picture, just a picture up on Craigslist, I had tons of people responding saying they wanted to buy it. And I stopped because I thought it would be too hard to create it. And that was actually like, now if I had to do it over, you know, that totally would have worked. And I could have done that. I could have figured those things out. And what was stopping me? Just my own brain. So, long story short, yes, I do think that I could have, but I don't think I think it would have taken me a lot longer to realize these things on my own. Um, and, you know, everything else that I mentioned in the second question really accelerated me to get to this level this fast. So probably, you know, you're looking at a difference of, in my case, probably 5 years. Maybe not, maybe never. I mean, you know, I was also in a job that was, you know, somewhat comfortable. Um, but yeah, I felt the need to really kind of do something else. And if you feel that, you know, that's another sign that you should probably do something one way or another. So with that, I'll wrap this up. I hope that answers your questions. If you have more, um, feel free to ask in the comments on my blog or in YouTube or whatever, and I'll do my best to respond to them. It seems to be easier for me to respond that way rather than to a whole bunch of people over email, because then everybody can share the answers. So I don't have to answer the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys so much, and I'm really, you know, going back to my inbox, like I really like, it feels really good to have you guys supporting me and you know, kind of inspired by the story, and I'm super humbled by that. And it, you know, I want to do my best to help you all. So yeah, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope it answers some stuff for you. Thanks.